Welcome, all my fellow learners, to the very first tutorial of the Java programming full course. I'm your friend Nabil, a simple software engineer. Before we dive into the Java programming language, let us first understand the history of Java, why Java was born, and the reasons behind it. Without further ado, let's get started. Before we even write a single line of code, there is one important question that we need to answer. Why does Java still exist? Or more importantly, why do millions of developers still use it today? Java wasn't created to be cool or trendy. It was created to survive. And that survival story is exactly why Java still runs banks, Android phones, and massive cloud systems today. Let's go back to June 1991. At Sun Microsystems, a small elite team called the Green Team was formed. It was led by James Gosling, along with Mike Sheridan and Patrick Norton. Their mission wasn't the internet, it was consumer electronics. Things like set top boxes, handheld controllers, and early smart devices. The problem was simple, but serious. Every device had different hardware, different processors, different operating systems. It was a mess. Software written for one device could not run on another. Everything had to be rewritten in order to solve that. So, to solve this, the team built an futuristic handheld device. What was it called? Star 7. It had a touchscreen, a smart agent named Duke, who later became Java's mascot. To power this device, they needed a programming language that was reliable, secure, platform independent. They tried C++, but C++ was just too complex and too dangerous for small, limited hardware. Manual memory management caused crashes, small mistakes caused big failures. So James Gosling designed a new language. He named it Oak after a tree outside his office window. Strange, right? In 1995, after a long naming session fueled by coffee, Oak was renamed to Java. Java was heavily influenced by C++. In fact, the first Java compiler and the original Java virtual machine were written in C and C++. But the Java team made a deliberate decision. They removed every sharp edges. Java introduced automatic garbage collection. This meant developers no longer had to manually free the memory. Java also removed complex and dangerous features like multiple inheritance, operator overloading, and pointer arithmetic. The result was a language that was easier to learn, harder to break, and safer for large teams. This is why Java is trusted in banks, telecom systems, and enterprise software. Now let us talk about Java's biggest strength, the write once run anywhere strategy. In the traditional languages like C++, code is compiled directly to specific machine code. A program compiled on Windows will not run on macOS or Linux without changes. Java solved this problem differently. When you compile Java code, you don't get machine specific code, you get a special type of code which is called as bytecode. This bytecode runs on the Java virtual machine only. Each operating system has its own JVM. As long as the JVM exists in that architecture, the same compiled Java program can be run without modification whatsoever. By 1994, interactive television failed to take off. But something else exploded, the World Wide Web. The Java team realized the internet needed a platform independent language. Java was integrated into the Netscape browser, an old browser that was present at that time using applets. This allowed websites to have animations and interactivity for the first time ever. Applets eventually disappeared, but the JVM survived, and Java moved into enterprise servers, banking systems, Android applications, large scale cloud platforms, and whatnot. Today, the Java virtual machine is a marvel of engineering. It is still largely written in C++ for performance, but it provides a safe, managed, and portable environment for developers. As a student, this is why Java matters to you. Java skills age well. Java jobs exist across industries. Java teaches strong programming fundamentals. Once you learn Java, learning other languages becomes easier. Java didn't survive because it was trendy, it survived because it solved real problems. And that is exactly why learning Java still makes sense. Just a quick thing to add, but a very important thing. This course will have only the essential things that are required for you to start programming. I won't cover the intrinsic details of the Java programming language because that is not necessary for you at this particular point in time. If you go to learn all of these details, you will get your mind juggled. That is not what I want. I want you to understand and grasp the basic foundation of Java programming language so that when you get actual requirements, you have the strong foundation to build more knowledge stack upon.